Previously, Mr. Edwards has been paying 2,300 a month, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the proposed reduction, do you think you'll be able to maintain the children's needs with that amount?
Their basic needs, possibly. It would be a very big burden on myself. I'm a school teacher and I make very much less per year than he is capable of. I feel like doing this to them after their entire lives, having a lifestyle that met the lifestyle we had when we were married, would be detrimental to them and their future.
Cameron Edwards. The state filed a motion to adjust the child support Mr. Edwards is paying to Ms. Langley.
That's
Yes.
correct, Your Honor. At this time, the state will call Mr. Edwards. At the time when the previous order was done, were you previously ordered to pay $2,300 a month in child support?
Yes, sir.
And is that for your two children that's before the court today?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, what kind of work were you doing when you were ordered to pay that the $2,300 a month?
I was a U.S. Border Patrol agent with Customs and Border Protection.
And have there been any changes in your job since the time of that previous order?
Yes, sir. I retired at the end of December.
And what are you making now that you are retired?
My monthly income will be, $4,459.
Is that before taxes or after taxes?
After taxes, sir.
What is your income before taxes are taken out? What's your monthly gross income?
So gross prior to insurance and everything, or just taxes?
Yes, sir. Just prior to insurance and prior to taxes.
It is $5,976.
Do you have any other minor biological children who are below the age of 18?
I do not.
Do you have health insurance available to you that is affordable?
I do.
And what would the cost be to put your children on your health insurance? And is this health insurance through your employer?
It is, yes, sir. And the cost, my total premium is $664 per month. The cost, and that covers 4 people. The cost for the children would be half of that, which is $332 per month.
$332 for health. And do you also have dental insurance?
I do, sir.
And what is the monthly cost for dental insurance for your children?
Total of $184. So half would be, I believe, $92 per month.
Are you asking the court today to modify your child support to be based on the guidelines, based on your current income that you get from your retirement?
That is correct, sir.
And do you have any other sources of income besides your current retirement income of $5,976 a month?
I do not at this time.
Wow, so here's the crux. Mr. Edwards confirms he now lives entirely on retirement income, about $5,996 a month gross. Yet he's still being charged based on his old salary from when he worked full-time as a Border Patrol agent. This is a pivotal legal shift. Retirement counts as a material change in circumstances, which courts can use to justify lowering support. But is retiring early at 50 really fair to the kids who relied on that support? Should parents get to choose retirement and pay less, even if kids suffer? Let's see how the opposing attorney handles this.
I have no further questions. I pass the witness.
Your witness, Mr. Ely.
Thank you, Your Honor. So your retirement was effective, was it December 31st?
December 30th.
December 30th. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how long had you been with, I guess, the Border Patrol prior to retirement?
20 years and approximately 6 months.
Okay. So that's considered a voluntary retirement?
It is, sir. Yes.
Did the eligibility for retirement kick in at 20 years?
It did. 50, once I reached 50 years old and 20 years of service.
Okay. So are you currently 50 years old?
I am, sir.
Okay. Now you have two children that you pay support for, correct?
Correct.
Is it true currently you pay $2,300 a month?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. And is it true the amount that that was calculated and was put into the Attorney General's paperwork was about $1,100?
Yes, I believe it was 1104 something, but near 1100. Yes, sir.
Okay, so would you agree with me that's a little bit more than a 50% reduction?
It is a reduction. Yes, sir.
So prior to retirement, was your only source of income through your employment with the Border Patrol?
Yes, it is. Yes, it was.
Okay. And that's your testimony now, is that you have no other sources of income.
That is correct.
Are you looking at taking a post-retirement job or anything like that?
I'm unsure at this point. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know what's available or what might come available. So at this time, I am not actively in search of a job.
So, and I'll come back to that, I guess, line of question in a minute, but let me ask you this. Do you have any interest income from any sources?
No,
Do you receive any dividend income?
no,
Do you receive any royalty income?
no,
Do you receive any kind of rental income?
no.
Okay. Did you get any kind of lump sum payment upon retirement?
Yes,
And what was that?
for unused annual leave.
Okay. And how much was that payment?
Do I have to answer that question, sir?
Yes, you do.
Okay. It was approximately $25,000.
Do you receive any other retirement benefits?
No,
Okay. Do you have any other retirement accounts?
I have a 401k.
Do you draw from the 401k?
I do not.
Do you have any other pension?
I do not.
Do you have any kind of thrift savings plan?
That's my 401k is a thrift savings plan. I don't have a separate 401k.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have called it thrift savings. I didn't realize you knew the difference.
That's okay. I just wanted to verify we were talking about the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Do you receive any income from a trust?
No,
Any other type of annuity?
no,
Okay. Do you receive any kind of Social Security benefits?
no,
Have you received any unemployment benefits?
no.
Do you have a LinkedIn profile?
I do.
Okay. Is this your LinkedIn profile?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and it lists you as a supervisory Border Patrol agent, retired U.S. Border Patrol.
Correct.
So, would I be correct in saying that you recently updated this profile?
Recently, yes, sir.
Okay, and you list some of your skills here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, were these skills that you engaged in as a Border Patrol agent?
They were.
And can I ask you the purpose of uh, updating the LinkedIn profile at this point in time?
Because I retired from the Border Patrol, and it appears from what I've been told that if I do choose to start looking for work, that's where people go to look. So as you can see, it's very incomplete and very basic because I really am not.
Here's a fascinating legal tension. Edwards updated his profile despite saying he's not job hunting. The opposing counsel is subtly framing him as voluntarily underemployed. Why? Because courts can impute income if they believe a parent is intentionally earning less than they could. This could backfire. If the judge thinks he could get a new job and just isn't trying, they may deny a reduction. Should retirement give a free pass, or should ability to work still matter? The attorney's clearly laying groundwork to show potential earning capacity. Let's watch what financial evidence comes up next. Notice how
Up to date with how LinkedIn worked. I've not had to look for a job in over 20 years.
Given your experience, what type of work would you be able to find with your experience?
I honestly don't know in the private sector how marketable my experience would be, sir. I've been a Border Patrol instructor for 15 years prior to, or 12 years prior to coming out to the area I'm in now. So that was the majority of my career.
Now, you provided a document to the Attorney General previously, correct? That talked about your retirement income.
Correct.
Okay. And that's the document you were taking your numbers from when you testified, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you sent that document to me today. Is that
I
correct?
did. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, on that document, your retirement document, it comes from the who did that document come from?
It comes from retirement group for Federal Customs and Border Protection.
So
They're called RABIS, RABIS, I believe is what I've always heard them called.
and they calculate your retirement. It's a formula, but it takes your average, your highest 3 years, correct?
Correct. Highest 3 consecutive years.
Okay. And that was, am I correct in saying that was $172,277?
That is correct.
So how old are your daughters?
They are 17 and 14.
Okay. Now let's talk about Kieran, the oldest child. Is she in a dual high school college program?
She is.
Okay. So she's not graduated from high school yet, but she's actually physically attending college.
That is correct.
Okay. And that's through Lamar University, correct?
Correct.
Do you
The
know the
Texas
name of it?
Academy. Texas Academy at Lamar University.
Okay. Do you know what the costs associated with that are?
I do not know exactly what the costs associated are, but I know that she's paid up through the end of the semester, so she should have no more costs associated with that I know of associated with graduation.
Now, when you say paid up, are we talking about the tuition, or what does that entail?
Just from what I've spoken with her, it appears that they pay, it's works similar to like a college. It's tuition, lodging, food, all of that is similar to like a college program. I'm sure there are some costs associated with graduation, but I'm unfamiliar with those. I don't get a lot of contact with Kieran, unfortunately.
Okay. What about Cameron, the 14-year-old? She's a freshman in high school, correct?
Correct.
Are there any expenses, additional expenses, kind of outside the normal, typical cost of I guess, past the necessities of raising a teenager that you're aware of?
I guess it depends on the type of teenager. I know she's very active in club volleyball. Other than that, she's active in band at school, but she's active in school activities. I know that the thing she does the most outside of that is volleyball.
Okay. But are you aware of the cost associated with the club volleyball?
I am not.
Reducing the amount of child support you pay, I guess does it make logical sense that more costs are going to be passed on to Tara?
It makes logical cost that, yes, both.
Edwards admits his retirement reduced resources for everyone, including his children. This is huge. Judges weigh the children's best interests above all. And here he just acknowledged a negative impact. Meanwhile, he still owns 4 vehicles, a riverfront property, and recreational toys. That contrast matters. If he can afford luxuries but claims he can't afford $2,300 in child support, the optics are rough. What do you think? Should lifestyle perks factor into child support calculations? The attorney is about to pounce on that contradiction. Let's see how Langley's testimony reframes the kid's actual expenses.
I and Tara will have to make adjustments with the decrease in my salary, yes.
Do you receive any kind of other fringe benefits? Does anybody pay for provide you with a vehicle or anything of that sort?
No, sir.
Any housing paid for or anything like that?
No, sir.
So at this point in time, you say you're not actively looking, but you could go back to work.
It's a possibility, and if that happens, then I'll abide by the court rules, and I will let the state of Texas know that I'm earning more money.
Okay. Now you just purchased. Is it true you purchased a new home last year?
No, I purchased a new home when I moved to West Virginia 3.5 years ago.
Okay. Is that near the Potomac River?
It is.
And you own a riverfront lot there on the Potomac River?
It came with the home, yes. It's
Okay.
part of the housing development.
And you've got some some toys, boats, and you have 4 vehicles, is that correct?
It is correct. And I see what you're getting at, and I would like to respond to that.
Well, just
Okay.
right now, just answer the question that Mr. Elrod asked you. I'll give you an opportunity at some point in time, Mr. Edwards, to respond. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Mr. Elrod.
Are you going to be able to maintain those obligations on your income of about 71,000 before taxes?
Yes, sir, I expect to be able to do that.
Okay. But you understand you've decreased the resources available to your children as well by retiring early,
I do realize that.
and that may have an effect on their needs and so forth.
I realize that a decrease in salary affects everyone involved. Yes, sir.
Okay. I will pass the witness at this time.
You're a witness, Mr. Elrod.
I have no further questions for Mr. Edwards at this time.
Call your next witness.
At this time, the state will call Miss Langley. Miss Langley, you heard Mr. Edwards testify that he currently has your children covered on health and dental insurance that he gets through his employer. Do you agree that your children are covered by the health and dental plans that Mr. Edwards gets from his employer?
Yes, sir.
And do you agree with the rates that he provided to the court for the monthly cost for health insurance and the monthly cost for dental insurance?
Yes, I agree.
Do you oppose reducing Mr. Edwards's monthly child support obligation?
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions. I pass the witness.
You're a witness, Mr. Elrod.
Thank you, Your Honor. Previously, Mr. Edwards has been paying $2,300 a month, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the proposed reduction to $1,100 and maybe a couple dollars, do you think you'll be able to maintain the children's needs with that amount?
Their basic needs, possibly. It would be a very big burden on myself. I'm a school teacher and I make very much less per year than he is capable of.
I guess so. Let's talk about your resources. What's your job?
Mr. Elrod, I'm trying to think of what the relevance of Mrs. Langley's income is in regards to how much child support Mr. Edwards is supposed to pay.
Your Honor, as far as just her under the additional factors that the court can consider, the respective positions of the parties to contribute to the needs of the children.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could.
No, you can, Mr. Edwards.
I can't.
No, you can't. Do you have an
Okay.
objection, Mr. Edwards?
Yes, sir.
What's your objection?
My objection would be if her information is included, shouldn't her spouse's information be included as well?
Your objection is overruled, Mr. Edwards. Go ahead,
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Elrod.
And I'll make this brief, Your Honor. So you work for the school system.
Yes, sir.
What's your approximate bring home income?
Bring home $4,300 a month.
As far as the needs of the children, we already established, do you agree with Mr. Edwards' testimony that Kieran is in a joint high school college program?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she's not physically living at home.
She comes home on the weekends.
Okay. But she'll graduate in May. Okay. And then she'll turn 18 in June.
In June.
Okay. Now, does she have any kind of scholarship or anything like that for this program?
The way the Texas Academy works is the TEA pays for their tuition. We are responsible for room, board, books, fees. So we pay roughly $10,000 a year, $5,000 a semester for her to go to this school.
Okay. So to finish out this semester, what's the cost of that?
We're on a payment plan and the total amount is left to pay is $2,300 and it's due by April 12th.
How often have you made some other payments recently?
Yes, sir. We paid a first payment. I don't remember exactly what it wasn't as much because the scholarship kicks in first and then we do the other payment. So I think the first payment was a few hundred, $400 or $500, and then this one. But it comes out like last semester we paid $5,000 And then it's a 2-year program. So we did this last year as well. It was 10,000 last year.
But she'll graduate in May. She'll turn 18 and emancipate anyway, correct?
Right, exactly.
Okay. But I guess in the meantime, are there still some other expenses with her being out of home? Does that require her to have a vehicle and
Yes,
so
sir.
forth?
We have a vehicle and insurance on her so she can drive back and forth every week.
Okay. Now your younger daughter, Cameron, 14 and a freshman in high school, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Edwards said she's very active in club volleyball.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long has she been doing that?
This is her 3rd year. So since she was 12.
Okay. Is that something that's very important to her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are there expenses with that?
There are very, very much so.
Okay. Can you detail those expenses for me?
Okay, her dues for volleyball are $1,800 for the fall season and $700 for the summer beach season. And then we travel to 9 tournaments, mostly in Houston.
Langley's testimony about volleyball costs is devastating. At $800 for fall dues, $700 for summer, and multiple travel tournaments. This illustrates extraordinary extracurricular expenses, which can justify deviating upward from the state child support guidelines. Courts often consider activities the kids are deeply invested in. Cutting support in half could pull the plug on something central to their lives. Here's the question: should extracurricular dreams be protected, like basic necessities? It's a gray area judges wrestle with often. With this emotional context set, the court is now weighing not just math, but the kid's future stability. Let's see the judge's response.
That are just one day, but there are 2 overnight out-of-state tournaments.
Okay. Mr. Edwards, is he exercising much visitation with the children?
No, sir. He has not seen the oldest daughter since July of 2021. And he saw the youngest one over the summer briefly, but he doesn't come here. He's only been here once in the last 12 years.
Okay.
Objection. I don't see what the relevance is for the questions about visitation.
Do you have a response, Mr. Arra?
Of course, they're listed in Chapter 154, point 123 as additional factors the court can consider.
Your objection's overruled, Mr.
In that he doesn't exercise much visitation, does that mean the kids are with you the vast majority of the time?
99%.
Much more so than somebody who exercises, say, a standard possession schedule.
Right.
So you don't have a period of time, whether it's every other weekend or on spring break or holidays or the summer, where you're not having to pay for the kids' basic care or whatever while they're in your possession.
Right.
So ultimately that leaves more day-to-day expense for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you believe at this point in time Mr. Edwards is underemployed given in respect to his duties to his children?
Absolutely. Since December.
Okay.
January.
Are you expecting him to stay unemployed?
I fully feel like he will find another job. He's only 50 years old and able-bodied.
Okay.
So I think government contractor jobs or consulting jobs or whatever are usually what happens after retirement from a federal agency.
Is there any other reason that you're aware of why the court should deviate from the guideline child support amount?
I feel like doing this to them after their entire lives, having a lifestyle that met the lifestyle we had when we were married, would be detrimental to them and their future.
And they have some additional expenses that may not occur for every child. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But it's stuff they've been engaged in.
Right. And
Okay.
stuff, if we were still married with our salaries, they would probably continue. They would probably have these same opportunities.
Okay. When the kids, is he responsible for 50% of the uninsured medical expense?
On paper, yes, sir.
Does he typically?
Mr. Elrod, you don't have any pleadings on file for that.
Okay.
So let's not get into stuff we don't have pleadings on file for.
Yes, Your Honor. I will pass the witness.
Your witness, Mr. McNulty.
No further questions from the state.
Mr. McNulty, do you have any additional witnesses not sworn?
I have no
Can
other
I ask-
witnesses, Your Honor.
Well, stop, Mr. Edwards. There's a process to trial.
I'm
You're
sorry, sir.
unrepresented, but I'm still treating you like a lawyer. That means you have to act like a lawyer. You wait for your turn. I'll give you your turn, okay? The state gets to go first, and then Mr. Elrod gets to go second, and then you get to go third. All right?
I'm sorry.
Mr. McNulty, do you have any other witnesses?
No other witnesses, Your Honor. The state rests.
All right, Mr. Elrod, your turn. Do you have any additional witnesses that you wish to call?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
All right. Now, Mr. Edwards, see, I'm an old school judge, Mr. Edwards, and I believe in using the rules of civil procedure the way they were intended.
I understand, sir, and I apologize
Do you have any additional, Mr. Edwards, any information you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
I would just like to, am I allowed to ask Miss Langley any questions? And
You may.
Thank you, sir. Would Miss Langley, let's speaking to the visitation, when we were initially divorced, how far apart did we live?
We lived 200 miles.
Okay, so a weekend visitation, et cetera, was possible.
Yes, sir.
And did that happen when we initially were divorced?
For the first year,
Okay, and what changed that visitation schedule?
I moved
Okay, and how far away from me did you move at that time?
like 800 miles.
I'm sorry, it cut out. I couldn't hear the response.
800 miles.
800 miles. So at that point, was visitation more difficult?
It was, but we still did it. We flew back and forth on a plane until Cameron turned old enough to fly by herself.
Okay,
I've always, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
and how often per year did that happen?
We probably flew the kids back and forth 3 or 4 times, and I drove to West Texas and to New Mexico to where you live to bring them to you multiple times a year.
So you would say that it definitely decreased based on the distance.
Yes,
Okay,
but not the way it is now.
Has Kieran been given the option to visit me in the last 2 years that you said I have not seen her?
Judge, I'm going to object to the relevance, the
Oh,
point.
no, you brought this up, Mr. Elrod. He gets to ask questions to defend
Okay.
himself.
I have no idea because you do not communicate with me. You only communicate with my daughter. So I don't know if you've given her the option or not.
Good
I
answer.
know I've bought one plane ticket 2 times since July 21. You've seen Cameron 2 more times, and I bought 2 plane tickets.
So you and I have not communicated that I would not force her to come visit me, that I would ask her, but I would not force her to come visit me. We have not communicated that.
Whoa, emotional flashpoint. Edwards tries to pivot blame, bringing up family cars and visitation history, but the judge quickly redirects. This shows a key courtroom reality. Judges won't let side issues cloud the central legal standard: income and best interests. But his frustration is real. He feels punished for retiring after 20 years of federal service, yet being painted as neglectful. Should emotional equity matter here, or is this purely about financial numbers? This moment highlights how personal and bitter these cases get. The judge is about to drop a decisive ruling. Let's see how it lands.
You did communicate that you were not going to force her, but I have no idea if you did or not. I just know your wife told me to buy one plane ticket.
How many family cars do y'all have?
We have 3.
Okay.
One for each of us.
What is the newest vehicle in your family?
Mr. Edwards, I don't need to hear what y'all's expenses are.
Okay.
Child support in Texas is real simple.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Those were
I
good
don't have any.
questions. Those were good questions, Mr. Ed.
Thank you, sir. I
Especially about the
appreciate
visitation. Those were good questions.
I appreciate your time, sir. I don't have
No.
anything else to
Mr.
hold you
Edwards,
on.
now I want to ask you, you're unrepresented. I need to know, do you have any information that you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
Just this, sir. I've always paid my obligations. I served 20 years to defend my country. I'm not trying to shortchange my children, but
Yeah,
right now I just got paid my first payment. It was $2,400.
right. Because the
So
state took
I
half
have
of it for the child
$100
support.
to live on, sir.
Right.
So
I
I
got,
can't
well,
afford
no,
what?
Mr. Edwards, let's be honest about something. You don't have $100 to live on. You got 25,000 to live on, because that's what you pulled out at the end of your stuff. That's
So
additional income.
I want to tell you though that I didn't pull it. That was just
You got paid that.
correct to live on 8 months
I,
before they start paying me fully, sir.
I don't. I mean, I don't know what you did with the money, Mr. Edwards, but that's income, and it should have been factored in when this was done, and it wasn't.
But it's not income. It's only one. I mean, it's a one lump sum. It will never show up again.
Mr. Edwards,
Yes, sir.
see, I'm in the business of history, not in the business of future prediction. All of the information that Mr. Elrod was able to glean and give to me, all of the information that you were able to glean and give to me is all great information. The problem is I can't guess what your income is going to be in the future. While I understand what Miss Langley says, that you are capable of going out and getting a job, and you could do that. I can't force you to do that. You had a right to retire under the terms and conditions of the federal retirement system, and you did that. That is your right. And so that was a huge decrease in your income. But you got 25,000 additional dollars when you retired. And that was not factored in, and I'm going to factor it in because it's income. At some point in time, you're going to have to declare it, and you're going to have to pay taxes on it. Okay? Because that's how it works.
Okay. Can I ask one question? I understand your point, sir. Can I ask one question?
Sure.
So when next year, when that income is no longer part of my income, do I do this process again?
You can. If it's going to reduce your child support by more than 20% or $100, you can. You can ask for another modification. And of course, Mr. Elrod and his client are going to be able to take and see, hey, did Mr. Edwards go out and get a job, or is he just still sitting at home and still just making his $6,000 a month? You know, that's their right too, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Child support is going to be adjusted to $1,500 a month effective March the 1st. Father's going to be ordered to carry the health insurance in the middle.
Sir,
Yes.
that we can't be that effective January 1st when my income changed, sir?
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to do that. Law doesn't allow me to do that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm doing March the 1st because that's at least most of the month. So at least it'll go back and pick up 1 month for you. They just filed it in November, Mr. Edwards, and I got a ruling on this case in 90 days. If you think you can find a court that's faster than that, you let me know. I'm not aware of any district courts that allow you to do child support modifications at least 6 months, but Mr. Elrod will tell me if I'm incorrect.
I think you're
That's
on the
pretty
money, Jake.
fast. That's pretty efficient. That's one thing I do pride myself on, is trying to get these cases moved fast. All right. This is what's going to happen now, y'all. The state's going to adjust this child support order that they sent into the court. If it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it, get it back to them. They're going to make a copy of it, send it to each of you. Now, if Mr. Elrod is plainly knows, and Mr. Edwards does not, any party has the right to appeal my decision. If you wish to appeal, your appeal has to be in writing. It has to be filed in the next 3 business days in the Tyler County District Clerk's office. You're also responsible for making sure you send a copy of that written appeal to all the other non-appealing parties. Now, you don't know when I'm going to sign the order. It might take a few days for that to happen. They're generally pretty efficient about getting it to me, but you don't know specifically when your start date is going to run if you wish to appeal on the 3 days. My suggestion is you get the appeal in immediately, and that way you don't have to worry about it. It's a complicated case. This is not a straightforward, easy, this is what he makes, this is what he pays kind of case. There's lots of extenuating circumstances that go along with it. If y'all think the district judge can do a better job than I did, you are welcome to do so, and I will not be offended of that, I promise. Okay? Mr. Elrod, do you wish to review and sign the order?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So they'll make sure they send it to you, Mr. Elrod, to review and sign as an attorney of record in the case. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Everybody should get a copy here shortly, though. Like I say, they're pretty good about getting to me pretty fast. I appreciate y'all. Y'all did a wonderful job. You did a wonderful job, Mr. Edwards, of presenting your case and to give me the facts that you have for them. So And I do appreciate y'all's patience, and I appreciate that y'all giving each other time to get the information out that you think I needed to hear.
There it is. The ruling. The judge splits the difference, lowering support from $2,300 to $500, factoring in Edwards' retirement income and the $25,000 lump sum payout he received. Legally, this is classic judicial balancing, acknowledging his right to retire but protecting the children from too steep a drop. He can return later if his income falls further, but the court also left room to raise it if he works again. Fair compromise or unfair to the kids? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.